Knowing what champions to max up next on your account, man, is the best possible way to expedite your progress inside of Raid Shadow Legends, man. For example, on my free-to-play account right here, if I hadn't had the forethought to go ahead and just start building up Seeker very quickly after I pulled him, I would not be clearing Hydra right now on normal difficulty on this very young and still new free-to-play account. And so what is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to another episode of What to Max Next, man. The video type which I take your guys' account takeover submissions that I just haven't had time to get through over the week, because you guys submit like, I don't know, 75 account takeover submissions on our Discord server every single week. It's impossible to keep up with. And I do what I can to pick the top 3 highest priority champions on a few of your guys' accounts that I would build out next, man, to boost your progress. As always, man, feel free to play along in the comments. We're all going to have different views and opinions on this, man, so it's always interesting to give the comments a read on this video type. Or, once you're done watching this video, have a scroll on down, man, and see what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, crazy beginner promo link at the top of the description box down below, man. Click on that link on laptop or PC. Use that link to create a new Raid account, man, to get Basilius Ranus as your opening day 1 sort of starter legendary champion. Whole bunch of free epic champions as well as you level up your account. And even Thorlin Falbeard himself by using beginner promo code Demon Slayer on day 1 of that new account as well. It's a crazy time to create a new Raid account, man. And yeah, it all begins with our beginner promo link. Gosh darn it. Okay, onto the account of Mr. Shadow. Ooh, Shadow the Hedgehog, man. Where I'm starting with this account because it's very new. Our level 60 champion roster literally looks like this. Very few level 60s on this account. Couple of level 60 legendaries, and literally just a couple of level 60 epic champions all up and over here. Love our choices so far for the most part. For me, this is quite a simple account to start with. I think because we've got the Duck the Pierced at level 60, great choice, by the way, to take Duck the Pierced up to level 60. He brings decreased attack and decreased defense wrapped up in the same kit, which is great. He also brings a Provoke as well on his A3, so he's going to provide all of the wave control that we need to sort of back up and protect our damage dealers that we've maxed on up. Ninja, Rathalos, and Magna. Might be a little bit overkill to have 3 damage dealers built out at 60 as our first 60 champs, but that's neither here nor there. I think we're fine to go ahead and leave the speed booster champion at level 50 for a little while, that being the Haikatoon. I would actually go for a healer up next. I would go with Doom Priest, man. Doom Priest is fantastically good for a couple of reasons. One, Doom Priest is very easy to build. You don't have to care about accuracy or anything like that. She doesn't need accuracy for any of her skills, right? She just brings an increased attack buff, and then it's all about her passive, which heals allies every time Doom Priest gets a turn, and removes a random debuff from them at the start of Doom Priest's turn as well. You just build her with speed. Ideally, a nice and fast Relentless set, so she gets a chance of getting an extra turn as well. Could be very good and powerful. She's going to be solid as a healer into Demon Lord Clan Boss, because she can actually cleanse the stun off of people in Demon Lord, as well as provide that steady stream of healing. Same thing into Ice Golem as well, right? She can cleanse the freezes and heal your team through all of that AoE damage. She's solid into Nether Spider, into Frost Spider. I'm thinking of all like the Doom Tower bosses where you can find use for this champ. She just finds use everywhere. She's even solid into Hydra as like a beginner support champ. And it's never too early to start thinking about Hydra when you're starting your account with a Rathalos and a Ninja on the account. You know what I'm saying, man? 2 very solid champions to get started with as far as damage dealers go into Hydra, man. So you can already start thinking about that a little bit at least, and just sort of laying the foundations for a Hydra team on this account with Doom Priest as backup. And so she would be my next level 60 just because of how much use we're going to get from this champion over time. She doesn't even need bloody skill bucks, to be honest, and she can still get a crazy amount of value. My pick number 2 would then be, we've got to make a decision. We've got to make a decision here, man. Mr. Shadow, I hope you listen, man. Shadow the Hedgehog. We're going to either go for Haikatoon or for Apothecary, which, where is he? He's all the way down here sitting at level... Oh, we do also have a level 60 Elhain down here as well. That I didn't actually notice a little bit earlier on. Okay, so that's not our... I thought we only had 4 level 60s on this account. Well, there you go, man. But yeah, we got to make a decision between Apothecary and Haikatoon. We have to pick a speed booster champion to take up to level 60, to use in areas like Spider's Den, to use in areas like Fire Knight, into Chimera, all of that kind of stuff. To be honest, for me, because we shouldn't really be spending our skill bucks on the Doom Priest, like the epic skill tomes in the Doom Priest, unless we really want to try and buck up our A2. It only takes 1 epic skill tome to go into the A2, and Doom Priest is basically fully bucked because the A1 doesn't matter. we're going to have those epic skill books to spare. I think I'd actually go for the Haikatune. Why Haikatune? She brings decreased speed, man. She also brings a speed aura in all battles as well. I actually like her a little bit better as a 10-meter booster compared to Apothecary, especially if we are going to have the epic skill tomes to kind of burn on the Haikatune. Getting the Duck the Pierced fully booked is going to be great. Then getting the books into Haikatune is going to be saucy as well. She also brings a decreased speed on the A1, man. This could be crucial for getting through things like Scarab King. In Doom Tower, it can be great against things like Finite as well. And while Apothecary has a triple hit at A1, of course, he's very, very good into Finite also. But I find that Finite is less and less of an issue for beginner players now that you get Morag Bronzelock as a Plarium play sort of like free champion just from playing the game on PC or laptop. So hopefully we're playing on PC or laptop and we're getting a good amount of Plarium player points coming in so we can get Morag, get that ally attack. And Finite isn't that much of a chat. Like, you don't need Apothecary like you used to need Apothecary into Finite now that Morag is so accessible. At least that's the way that I look at it. Also, the decreased speed is going to be great into Chimera as well. Decreased speed on an A1, like this, increased speed boost, all of that good stuff. It's all great into Chimera Clan Boss. So's the speed aura as well, you know. I just feel like Haikatune is a bit more of a complete champion, and even though she's a bit more expensive to build, being an epic, for me, I think I'd go for her over Apothecary. I've made my case. If you disagree, feel free to go ahead and let me know in the comments, man. Oh, it's kind of crazy, man, because there's a few good champions here. I'm looking at like the likes of the Provoker, like the Vorgoth sitting over here as well. It's very, very solid. Even the Huskarul is a great wave controller champion that we could think about building out. But as long as we've got Duck the Pierced up as one of our first level 60s, the Duck the Pierced kind of does the job of wave control and Provoker for the time being. Like, we're so early game on this account, we need to be plugging gaps in our level 60 roster and having champions that have like a lot of overlap, like Vorgoth and Duck. Maybe not the best. Oh God, I'm a bloody... I've just realized all this time you guys haven't even been able to see Apothecary hiding behind my camera just now. For God's sake. Oh, what a blunder. Screw it, we're just going to roll with it. I do worry a little bit that the champion quality thins out after we've leveled up the champions that I've pointed out so far. I think my third pick... Again, we've got options here. We could either just go ahead and take the Adeline up to level 60, just because she's got the 5-star soul. She's a fine champion to take us just like a healer with just high stats, high health, that kind of stuff, into stuff like Tag Arena. You can use in various areas of the game as like additional healing. Another champ we could also consider for the third place spot would also be Steel Skull, alternatively to Adeline. I wouldn't level both of these champions, and it wouldn't be any crazy rush to level Steel Skull either. I think we're okay for Clan Boss healing. Demon Lord Clan Boss healing is where Steel Skull really kind of flourishes because he brings increased defense as well as a poison on his A1. He is a fine champion to bring into Demon Lord. I'm just not sure he's going to make that big of a splash on an account like this. I think really, rather than make like a decisive third pick on this account, I'd lean more towards just pull the shards, Mr. Shadow, sit on what you've got for a while, work on the first few champions that we mentioned on the priority list so far, and see if you can pull something a little bit more high priority that's kind of checking boxes that we don't quite have yet at max level. If you don't pull a goddamn thing, fair enough, man. Adeline or Steel Skull would be my pick number 3. Next up, man, we've got the account of Mr. Swag Time. Ooh, don't you just love that name? I'm going to go ahead and hide my camera real quick so you guys can get a full glimpse at the entire roster. And these are the level 60s that we are working with on this account. So actually a decent amount more level 60s this time compared to the last account. This is a bit more of an advanced account actually. In fact, hang on, dude. All the 60s go all the way down to at least the Geomancer over here. So yeah, we'll just leave it a little bit like that. Sorry, mate, we'll just go ahead and cross you out. And so this time we've got ourselves a very, very well-developed roster indeed, especially in terms of damage dealers, dude. Oh my God, dude, the Acrizia. Dude, I'm so jelly, man. We've got the Acrizia popping on this account, and we've got the Ninja Rathalos combo all over again as well, which is lovely. We've already got the Cold Heart at 62. Very, very nice. The Physics as well for like a Hydra Provoker option. Very, very nice. 10-meter control coming in from the Physics and from the Thor. And so from the Cold Heart, the Physics, and the Thor, I gotta imagine that Finite is basically solved on this account. Just looking very, very saucy indeed. God, the Geomancer is also in there as well, just looking absolutely badass. I think the only thing we're actually lacking from this level 60 roster, at least that I can see, is, well, we've got like one speed aura champion in the form of a Kemptum. Not a bad champion at all. Very, very solid. It is just another damage dealer though. We are sitting on a Duchess on this account. Yeah, I think that this is a pretty easy pick for the next champion I would take up to 60 on this account, man. An absolute support powerhouse is what this account needs, and there she is. Now, in fact, looking at the roster on Mr. Swaggy's account right here, I don't think we even have a reviver at level 60, now that I take a good look at it. So Duchess is checking so many boxes, dude. She brings, of course, all kinds of revive action, veil buff on all allies, continuous heal buff on all allies. Great reviver champion to take into Chimera, which I don't even know how this champion roster can progress in Chimera without a champion like Duchess at this point. Like, the rest of the account is like quite advanced in terms of damage dealers, but without a support like Duchess in Chimera, I can't imagine it's getting that far. She brings the revive, continuous heal, all that. The ally speed aura is all battles, 90%, just very good, very nice to have. Hydra, stuff like that even, not just Chimera, you know. She also brings block debuffs buff, increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Perfect Veil on all allies also on this son of a gun. Again, great in Hydra. Block debuffs is great into Chimera and Hydra and just everywhere in the game, really. And then a wee bit of shield action on herself and on the ally with the lowest HP via her A1. And even her passive is solid also, right? Decreased damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 25% or 15% from bosses, which is still just a hell of a lot in Hydra and Chimera also. Duchess, easy pick number 1, I think, for this account after taking a closer look at the roster. As for pick number 2, looking through the level 60 champs, I'm noticing a lack of decreased defense debuffers. Like, the only decreased defense we've got really is like the Ninja, and I think a Crizzy A1 places decreased defense. I might be wrong about that. Either way, it's not a lot. There's like no AoE decreased defense action going on really in the level 60 roster, or even decreased attack. Now that we look at it, oi, 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 oi. And so I think for Hydra progression, I would actually use this champion in Hydra. It's not the kind of champion you might think of when you think of Hydra, but quite solid there, as well as progression in things like Ice Golem and where we need the decreased attack. Dude, I would actually go back for the Stag Knight, man, after building out the Duchess on this account. Stag Knight is just him. He's just the main character of Raid Shadow Legends, man. He's definitely going to be my pick number 2. I don't think he takes much explanation, really. We need an AoE decreased attack champion for Hydra. We need an AoE decreased defense champion for Hydra. We probably need both those things for things like Ice Golem progression as well. Staggy brings both of them in as A1, and yeah, that's it, really. We could even consider bringing him into Chimera as well, where both of these debuffs are obviously very good, but also on his A1, he also just bring a double hitter, decreased speed, like spammable decreased speed debuff, which is great against Kimmy as well. And while Stag Knight's going to help out into many different areas of the game, and that's why I put him as the pick number 2. Pick number 3 is going to be a bit more niche, but another gap that we have in our level 60 roster is going to be block buffs champions. And would you know it, we have ourselves a, well, bloody hell, what happened to the green line? We have a happy little Ostrox Boneglaive sitting right here at the bottom of the roster, currently sitting at 4 stars, hasn't been built out at all. Yeah, this would be my pick number 3, 100%. Block buffs not mandatory to bring into Hydra, exactly, but kind of mandatory. Like, I low-key consider it mandatory, at least for when you're getting started in Hydra. It's just very good. Ostrox brings that on his A2. It's a 3-turn cooldown, booked. 100% land rate block buffs debuff. Lasts for 3 stinking turns. Very nice, right? Very nice. He also brings some debuff removal as well, increased accuracy buff on a 3-turn cooldown on his A3, and a chance to deflect incoming debuffs on Ostrox himself. 20% chance to deflect them back onto the attacker. So he's just a decent little Hydra support champ, and if you haven't got a block buffs option, Ostrox might just be your man. Is he like the best? He's never going to quite be an Ugo, exactly, but he's a damn sight better than nothing, right? And so those would be my 3 picks. Do I cover some honorable mentions? There's some great champions here, man. I won't cover them in any great depth, man, but I'm going to go ahead and put out some ticks, dude. Sylar is amazing for wave control in faction wars. You can always have 2 cold hearts. Great stuff. Miscreated, it's an amazing champion. Allure, we don't really need more 10 meter control on this account just yet, unless we're like struggling with Darkfire or something in Doom Tower. Get the Allure in there as well. Very solid option for that. Ethelyn the Golden is a solid nuker as well. Void Affinity, right? Can't weak hit, places block active skills. Solid like Tag Arena nuker. Solid into faction wars and stuff like that as well. I would not sleep on that nerd. And we also have, hopefully it's not behind my camera just now, but we do have a Seer sitting around here also. And then behind my camera, which I know is behind my camera, we actually have a Neldor sitting here as well, who's a great progression champion into hard mode Fire Knight. Oh god, and even this happy little guy right here, man, this Rhino sucker. Recent Fusion Component champion, I forget his name. He's a great champion too that we could also consider. Oh god, I missed Dythy. I can't tick them all. Screw it, there's a lot of good champions here, okay? And so moving on to the account of Sir Bandit. That's all he's known as, man. He's just known as Bandit. Isn't that crazy, man? That's actually his Christian name. His mother gave him that name, dude. Nuts. Don't even make fun of it. Okay, man. These are our 3 level 60 champions on Bandit's account. Not a huge, great deal to work with. Very, very high quality 60s though. The Kale kind of speaks for himself. Thorlin, and then the Cold Hat, man. Are you kidding me, dude? I just gotta say, man, this is a quaint little account, man. This is a quaint, lovely, jubbly little account with a bright future, man. We've got a lot of options here that we can go for, even in just quite a limited roster, I think. My top 3 picks, I think pick number 1 is probably gonna be maybe a little bit on the obvious side, but yeah, I'm a big fan of just getting a healer up to level 60 as quickly as possible. We've got one of the best in the business right here with the Rector Drath, who's going to scale up with us into stuff like Hydra. The sooner we can get her booked out, the better. She's also a great Demon Lord clan boss, support champer healer as well. Bringing a decreased attack on her A1 is very, very nice. Key debuff to bring it into Demon Lord clan boss. Her heal also places Perfect Veil, solid into Hydra. Continuous heal buffs are solid into Chimera. And the revive is also great into Chimera as well. So she's going to scale up very, very nicely. Great for survival in all the basic dungeons, but also just kind of solid, kind of like a solid like 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 epic into a lot of the clan bosses as well. Better into some than others, of course, but still a champion with a solid amount of longevity. Next up, and this one's a bit controversial, it's been a long time since I've recommended this champion in a video like this, or just ever really in like an account takeover or anything like that. We've got some solid champions here, by the way. I should just say it, like one day we should totally build the Fellhound at level 60 as our campaign farmer. Very, very fast campaign farmer. Grit. We've also got an increased speed booster here with the Apothecary. We can leave Apothecary at level 50 for a while. I've kind of gone off Apothecary a little bit recently, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. He's a great champion. I'm just not in any crazy rush to recommend taking an Apothecary up to level 60. That's all I'm saying, you know. Unless like a few weeks go by, a few months go by in this account, and we still don't have any better speed booster champions. Alright, man, fair enough. Then just take the Apothecary up to 60, you know, because we're probably still using him everywhere. But he can do his job for a while sitting at level 50, you know what I'm saying? The next champion I'd actually recommend that we take on up is going to be none other than, Christ, these green lines. Good old War Maiden, man. She's half naked. She's extremely angry, or maybe jovial in a little portrait. I'm not quite sure what that expression is meant to signify, but she is great, particularly because you can farm a whole bunch of copies from War Maiden from just farming campaign stage 9, where she just drops for free in campaign, and so you don't need to spend any rare skill bucks to get your War Maiden booked on up. Just make sure to spend those champion copies during CVC to rank up her skills, because you actually do get CVC points for that. It's not a lot, but, you know, it's something. And she brings 100% land rate, AoE decreased defense, strong 60% version, 310 cooldown. You can't really ask for more than that for a rare champion, and in lieu of any better options, I don't really see any reason to not take the War Maiden up to 60 on this account, again, unless we pull something better before she gets there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we pull like a Thalesia, or an Ugo, or something like that, or a Duck the Pierced, fine, take them up to 60 instead of the War Maiden, you know? But unless we find a better option, this is like one of the most important debuffs in the game to bring for killing bosses faster, for clearing waves, all of that good stuff. And yeah, War Maiden, man. Which brings us next to our pick number 3. I tell you what, man, I just noticed we got a Vegas sitting here as well. He can be built in regeneration and immortal gear to solo certain dungeons, which is just lovely. He's also a great Demon Lord clan boss, damage dealer 2. And so I do feel like Priest Ornn, even if he's not going to be the pick number 3, which I'm going to mention him as an honorable mention right now, he should definitely be on the list to build out anyway. He'll probably be one of our Demon Lord clan boss damage dealers for at least a little while, unless we find something better. But yeah, he's obviously very, very good. Equally, Vegas is going to be another honorable mention for me before I reveal my final pick. Vegas bringing Ally Protect makes him very, very valuable as well to bring in a Demon Lord clan boss and just massively bolster your team's survivability. Same thing into Ice Golem as well. You can also do some really, really funky things with soloing, God, is it Dreadhorn Bommel? In fact, Bommel and Scarab King, Vegas in the correct build, can actually solo either of those, so he does have a little bit of long-term value on the account as well. I think my pick, oh god, we've also got a Madame Sarah sitting here as well. Okay, this is very, very good picks. The Amage is good also. There's a lot of picks that we could go for here, to be fair. Even Rearguard as like a clan boss specialist. My pick, you know what, man, I'm going to use this more as an opportunity to sort of shout the champion out, is actually going to be the Sylar. It's very, very rare, like as a Void Epic champion, that you see a Sylar get pulled this early on an account like this. And so while our pick could have been any of the champions that we just touched on there as honorable mentions, as like pick number 3, I'm going to go ahead and just use this opportunity to shout out Sylar, who has multiple attack all enemy skills. You can put her in a stun set, use her for wave control like this. You can put her in a cursed set, into Hydra as well, and she can be a pretty solid hex debuffer. Into Hydra, dude, it's all about this A3 though, man. Fully booked, 4-turn cooldown, a little bit long, places 30% decreased speed for 2 turns, and decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 40%. Bro, the ungodly value of this into not just Spider's Den, right, where controlling boss turn meter and placing decreased speed is very, very crucial. She also Void Affinity, so she can't weak hit. She couldn't weak hit with this skill anyway, but you know what I mean. She can't weak hit with any of her skills also into any of the dungeons if you're using her in any of the dungeon teams. And the wave control you get from this skill, I mean, it basically just, man, combine a Sylar with like a good increased speed booster champion, even if it's just like a Haikatoon or an Apothecary or a Deacon Armstrong or something, you're looking at waves of enemies basically just never getting a 10. You know, if your Sylar's fast enough to get around again to using that A3 sort of on repeat against the same wave, that wave is not playing Raid Shadow Legends, you know? Insane good wave controller, and yeah, great stuff. Also the bondage is, I like the outfit as well, you know? Should just cut it off before I said that. Well, that's on the internet now. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. What did this episode become there? We were doing so well until the end, man. Oh, God. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, man. If you did, make sure to like on the video and all that good stuff. And, of course, I hope that you guys were playing along down below in the comments also. Those were my picks, man, for the 3 accounts that we're covering in this episode of What to Max Next. And remember that you can start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, man, the best way possible using the beginner promo link that's down below at the top of the video description box, man. Click on that son of a gun. Use that link to create a new raid account, man, for the best start imaginable. Free start legendary, free epic champions as you level up your account, and all the freebies shall be yours. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.